Hello, welcome to Foreign Blood TV. Today we're going to talk about Marcus and CJ. CJ, listen, if you knew better, you do better. So you're running around, and I know you think you did your big one, and we were supposed to be cheering you on. And then even when you walk down the road and the random guy that was just standing there, I know you think we were supposed to be impressed, but we were not. You know what we saw? We saw Ninja. That's what we seen. By what you've shown, I know you think everybody was supposed to be maybe scared or impressed or I don't know what you thought it was giving, but I reassure you it's not giving that. I don't get savage vibes from you. Like whatever you think is giving, I'm telling you it's not giving. You look just as, that had to be the goofiest. Really? Then you got your girl in the back recording it like you're some superhero, bro. That was so shameful. Them poor people that were around you and had to witness that. I hope that there weren't children on there, you know what I'm saying? Trying to ride the bus, elderly, you just have no that was very low life-ish. It wasn't savage. It was low life-ish. Bottom of the barrel. This is all I got. This is what I live for. I don't have nothing else going on. I'm not a father of children. I don't have obligations in life. Heaven. This is who you choose. This is somebody's father, and he running around acting like that. And you really think in your mind that what? This is another one where I can't even deliver it the way I want to deliver it because the video wouldn't even be monetizable. So it's like I lose a lot because I lose a lot in my videos because I'm not willing to jeopardize my money source and talk the way I really want to talk. So my videos be lightweight, lame. But bro, you're down bad. You're down bad. That was trifling. That wasn't a power up. That didn't make you a big dog. You didn't install in nobody. You know what I'm saying? It was Marcus. This why. Let me tell you something. Will anything ever come from this? Who knows? I hope not. I never wish nothing on nobody. But this is why I've always said in all my videos, you always thought I was against you, but I too was giving you gems, Marcus. You thought you were too grown or what it is. You're a lot like me and everybody else. We don't like to hear the truth. So sometimes when I say the truth in a video, you be like, I notice anybody that tells the truth on you, Marcus, they're stupid, or give a truthful opinion. They got 10,000 things wrong with them. It's never you. It's always them. Nobody's ever right. Everybody's clueless. Everybody's broke. Everybody's raggedy. Everybody's this. Sometimes we need to take heed to certain things. If we don't like what's being said, that means we need to move differently so people can't say those things. Now, what I told you way back when was, Marcus, one day you gonna interview or run across the wrong one. How many times have I said this thus far? Let's just be real, Marcus. I've said this over and over and over and over. And I know you think you're this invincible human and the big dog, big daddy, and you install all this fear in everybody's heart and everybody knows you're that guy, not to mess with you. Marcus, none of that means nothing. The biggest and the baddest get took down on a daily basis. Let's understand that. So don't think, you see what I'm saying? There's real live illas out there. And them illas get illed. So you see what I'm saying? So sometimes we just got to it's about putting your grown man on, okay? And understanding how life works. You ain't got to be from in the streets, or you just have to have a little common sense and accept things for what they are, not what you want them to be. Outside is outside. When a person don't care, they don't care. People crash out. People do crazy things. But now what you do, you entangle yourself with those type of people that do A, B, and C, and D. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you're making yourself cross these people's path, thinking that they're supposed to have some loyalty to you or whatever it is. Marcus, let me tell you something. A person that you can't you can't trust somebody who's up. You think you can have loyalty in someone that's down? There's no loyalty in somebody that's up when it comes to the right situation. But you thought you was going to get loyalty from somebody who's down? There ain't no real loyalty in life, period. The only real loyalty you're going to get is going to be from your children, your wife, your mother, your brother. And let me tell you something, the right situation, tear that down. So my thing is, sometimes you ain't got to just listen to me. There's a lot of people that be in your ear. Hey, Marcus, don't do that. Marcus, and you're like, no, you're stupid, you're crazy. Sometimes just listen. Because at the end of the day, Marcus, this is what it is. You're a man that has children. In real life, I don't dislike you. I don't even know you. I might dislike some of the things you do or did, just like you dislike or probably will dislike some of the things I do or did. We're meant to be different people. We're meant to do different things. We're meant to, but at the end of the day, I'm a human. And I don't want to see the human get hurt. Nothing happened to their family. Just the world is a wild place. So watch who you entangle with. The world is a wild place. And just that quick. And I'm going to use CJ for example. And believe me, he's no real one. He's definitely not no real one. He's just trying to portray, he's trying to build this image that he's his dog. See, I can't even, if I can say the cuss words, I can deliver this story totally different. I'm telling you. But he wants to make it seem like he's this dog SSA ninja, you know what I'm saying? And he ain't. You see, I had to use the YouTube voice. I want to bring the black girl granny voice out. And I want to say it how I want to say it. But, but the point of the story is, use it as an example of just that quick how something can happen. You see what I'm saying? That shows you how quick something could happen. So, something that you might, the right situation, anything can happen. And in the wrong situation, even more can happen. So that could be with anybody you deal with. Now let me tell you something. This thing with Ant, I know you think you're this big dog, but bruh, he was and a cup in his hand. One arm and a cup in the other. One arm and a cup in the other. And he was holding you steady. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying what I'm saying. Sometimes we envision ourselves in this certain way, and sometimes we need to humble ourselves and realize we are just imperfect people like the rest of the people. We ain't the best at nothing. We ain't the first to do nothing. We ain't the last to do nothing. And we can't whoop everyone. You see what I'm saying? And once you take these things into consideration and understand it, you see what I'm saying? Then you can move forward and grow in life. But until you comprehend those couple things, now have it. If you like it, we love it. If you like it, we love it. I understand that little bit of excitement. Let me guess, that turn you on? You like that girl, huh? Well, all I'm saying is you and your man are living a life of lies. What, that was exciting to you? That was fun in your world? But I don't understand. And then you had to go home to what? What'd you have to do the whole rest of the day? What? See, you guys are mad. You guys are doing all this talking. CJ in heaven, you're doing all this talking. And now don't think I'm defending Marcus, but one thing about me, I'm a fair woman. I'm on what's right. I'm on what's right, you guys. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong. Now, You guys were all cool with everything, but now that you guys ain't on the channel no more, you got all this secret information and all this hot FYI, and Marcus is such a big guy, and he's done all these crazy things. But it was cool when you was in the rooms. It was cool when he was buying you food. It was cool then, right? When he doing all those same things that you claim he allegedly did, but you knew. I don't know if it's true. These things you saying. But I'm just trying to pull your card. So you got a problem with what he so-called allegedly, what you say he did. But he had already did those things when you was dealing with him. You was cool with it then. Well, I think you're mad because you ain't on the roster. That's what it is. You're mad because you ain't on the roster anymore. You'd have been on the roster if you wanted to show out and threaten to tear up the room. Remember? Marcus, let me tell you something. Quit talking about your money to these children. Because to these children, they actually think that's some money. You have convinced yourself that that is this big dog monumental amount. You're doing something ain't nobody else ever did, and you're living so large. The reality is, when you talk about finances, you're putting yourself kind of like in harm's way with these children because they thirsty, hungry, lazy. Everybody got a friend that ain't rap right, and you just keep digging yourself in deeper in the crew, finding more, whatever it is. That's going to be your biggest problem because you be in people's face and you ain't meant to be in their face. You do too much, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand how outside is. You think it comes back and you thinking you're invincible and you're that person and what nobody ever and can't nobody ever, and like you got you say you got it on a swivel. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're too lax. You're way too lax. You definitely ain't got it on a swivel. You definitely ain't. So yeah, you know, walk with reality. Walk with understanding of you know what it is. You keep trying to convince everybody you're a grown man. Well, act like a grown man. Act like you get this. You see what I'm saying? It is bigger than you just making $1. See, you ain't understood that yet. Get that bag. Don't get it twisted. Get that bag. One thing about you, you understand, Marcus. You understand people like mess. You understand that. And you capitalized off that. I ain't mad at you. Everybody's willing to do something different, something strange for some change in their own different way. You like it, I love it. I ain't mad. Listen. But don't get lost trying to get that bag. The more and more you get around these YNs, it's like you're trying to reinvent yourself. Twin, you... Whatever. It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't. Quit letting that man try you. Quit letting Ant try you. And I know what it is. I know that testosterone, I don't know if it's working. But listen. And we see how you really feel about Marcus by the way you try. You know, they say, a DRUNK speak many truths through actions and conversations. We see how you feel. But at the same time, you allow yourself around Marcus. There's that little bit of, you know, you let him convince you that he's this big dog. So now you're feeling inferior. And so you're just in there trying to, you know, apply a little man pressure to him. Bro, you look goofy every time we see you. If I was coming to your barbershop, let me tell you, you got them people looking at their phones, looking crazy. Ain't nan one of them coming back. I'm not coming to no barbershop to hear none of those stories. I'm not coming to no barbershop for you to keep leaving me in the chair, bro. I got things to do. You see what I'm saying? You think I got 1 hour, 2 hours to sit here for something that in real life, I cut hair. I do hair. I went to school for that. A haircut take 10 minutes. That's on slow time. You see what I'm saying? Anything past that, you just pushing the mark. A haircut take 10 minutes, no matter how you look at it. Just saying. 15 tops. Bro, listen. You gon' thank God most of those customers are one-time shoppers. Because other than that, your return level, ain't nobody about to go through none of that. Ain't nobody listen. If they want to live them life and hear them so, yeah, bust the windows out the bando. Ah, what the? Everybody come in there to see none of that. None of that. Just imagine, these could be business people. These could be any type of other people. They're not in-house people. You know what I'm saying? They're in there to pay for a service. And this is what they got. A whole bunch of people running around the barbershop talking about the most, I don't want to say the most horrible stories, because that would be a lie, but the most, you know what I'm saying? Them people ain't even from that walk of life. What about you in your mind says them people is returning? A haircut ain't never been that serious. Going to your place, girl. I had people scared for their life, wondering, but come on now, you introducing worlds that ain't even meant to be met. And that's where you running business at? I know you lying. Someone need to come in there and strong arm you. Wake up, businessman. That ain't how you do business. Bye, y'all. Happy Monday. Maybe you have the best day ever. I'll do another video later. I'll see you guys later. Thanks to all my new subs. I love you guys. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Have a great day.